Okay, so we gonna talk about it today. I don't know if y'all seen the ad, but there's this ad where this Caucasian young man is doing a commercial for Dunkin' Donuts, and if you don't know, Dunkin' Donuts is a predominantly European establishment. I was in Boston, Massachusetts, in the year of 2023, and let me tell you, Europeans, white folks love them some Dunkin' Donuts. And while you have other people that go, it is predominantly still white or European, Anglo-Saxon, however fancy way you want to say that. They are the main audience. This is the main demographic of people that go to Dunkin' Donuts, that buy from Dunkin' Donuts. And not just in Boston, but everywhere. But their headquarters is like, they're literally on every street in Boston. I noticed that when I was in Boston. And their main audience, although it's for everyone, and you'll see blacks, you'll see Asians, you'll see anybody come in there, it's still lots and lots of Anglo-Saxons, Europeans, aka white folks. So I say all that to say, let me roll this little video of this Dunkin' Donut ad that pissed off all these liberals because it happened to be a white guy with blonde hair, and I don't remember if he had blue eyes or not. I don't remember, but let's roll clip.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally. Help it. Every time I drink at Dunkin', it's like the sun just finds me. So if sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer, guilty as charged. The Golden Hour Refresher, only at Dunkin'.
So that from that video I just showed y'all, hopefully I can show it to y'all. Hold on. This is him. All right, and he talks about having good genetics. Let me see, does he have? My whole thing is, does this dude have blue eyes or not? It's giving blue. Okay, so you guys seen the video. Now, here's the thing. Put my glasses on because I can't. Do I need to see y'all? Not really. So here's the thing, you guys. This is the thing. If it was a black girl talking about how her melanin is popping and how she's the queen of the summer, it was a problem. It wouldn't have been a problem. It would have been okay because she got black girl magic, because she's popping because she's a black woman. It would have been okay. But because a white man wants to call himself the king of the summer, all these radical liberals want to go crazy. And the crazy part with this commercial is we got white people mad at other white people. If that man want to be the king of the summer, guess what? He can be the king of the summer. He don't have to have melanin in his skin to be the king of the summer. And whether he got a tan or whether that's natural, whether he got a natural butter pecan thing going or what, it don't matter. He can be the king of the summer. We can't gatekeep who's the king or the queen of the summer just because we feel like we melanated, we the real kings of the queen. No. If you good looking no matter what ethnicity or nationality you are. That's the part I'm trying to get at. So I don't know why people are mad at this young man for saying, as you saw in the video, he said, because I have good genetics. Because again, if it was a black woman, if it was a black man, even if it was a Latino, and they're even still Europeans, but y'all look at them as non-Europeans, if it was one of them saying they got good genes, or they this, that, or whatever, it would have been okay because they're considered a minority. But when it's us being black, but I was talking they Hispanic, but when it's a white person who could possibly be Italian, but that's still again European, you guys are screaming, oh, that's racist, he has blonde hair. Oh my gosh, they're like 80% of the U.S. population. White people make up the vast majority of the population, and when you consider the fact that Latinos are still white folks, whether they like it or not, they make up an even greater majority of the population, like of the U.S. population. Like they are the majority, whether we like it or not. So what is the big deal with getting a white person to represent Dunkin' Donuts when that's their main audience? Mostly white people go in. It's not only white people, but that's their main targeted audience is Europeans. That's who supports them the most. I don't see anything wrong with this young man saying he has good genetics. I feel like y'all are saying something is wrong with it and you're calling it racist just because he happens to be a white male with blonde hair and blue eyes. First of all, you liberal white females are the worst. You're going to say he's a fashionist just because he's a white male. You guys hate everything white and everything male. Everything with swinging testicles that is a white man. You guys are straight demonic. And the fact that y'all are getting mad at this man for having blonde hair and blue eyes is it's stupid. God gave him blonde hair and blue eyes just like God gave me brown skin and coarse hair, 4C hair. God gives us our features in our hair. And so who are you to say that they're not beautiful because they're not what's dope or what's cool, because they are the majority, or the, what do you call that? What do we call them? The superior race. That don't have nothing to do with it. He's not saying he better than nobody. He just said he was a king of the summer. He said he got a natural tan. He basically said, I look good. I got good genetics. Look at me. I'm handsome. And looking at him, he was very handsome. He looked like he could have been Angel Gabriel or something. I don't care if he was black, white. I don't care. If you're good looking, you're good looking. He looked like he could have been an angel from back in the beginning of time. One of them angels that came down and slept with one of them females. He looked handsome. He looked good. Okay, some of them Greeks look good. I've seen some handsome Greeks. Let me tell you something. If you're good looking, you're good looking. Whether you're white, black, clear, light, dark, or in between, if you're good looking, you're good looking. That's a handsome young white man. Okay, and the fact that y'all talking about, oh my gosh, he has blonde hair, that's racist. You're an idiot. Because you wouldn't say that if it was a black woman, if it was a gay black woman, if it was a black man, if it was a Latino, if it was but because he's a white man, now white people can't even do commercials. Now y'all mad at white people for advertising for Dunkin' Donuts when that's their main audience, just because they have blonde hair, just because they're white and male and Anglo-Saxon. So now you can't have blonde hair and blue eyes. You can't be a white man out here now when they are the majority of the U.S. population. I don't understand. Make it make sense. They are literally the American majority, whether we like it or not. And when you consider, again, the fact that Latinos are still, whether they like it or not, European, then they're an even greater majority. And a lot of them look like what they are, European. They have the same hair, same skin, they tan alike, they do the same stuff because they still the same, whether you like it or not. So why are we getting mad at them when they're just pandering to their targeted, the majority of their audience? In Boston, white folks love Dunkin' Donuts. In Texas, white folks love Dunkin' Donuts. In Texas, you're going to have some black people going, you're going to have some Asian, you're going to have a mixture. But majority of Europeans love them some Dunkin' Donuts. So what is the problem with getting a European, whether he's Italian or not, whether he's plain white, Italian, Greek, Irish, whatever? What's the problem with getting a white man to pander to their targeted audience when he's just doing a commercial? So now white men can't admit that they're handsome. Now they can't admit saying they have good genes because they're handsome. It's saying that you don't. It's saying that you're ugly. So now white people can't even say they're good looking without the rest of us not being good looking, or without us calling them racist. Well, guess what? White good looking people exist. Just like any black good looking people exist. Mixed good looking people exist. If you're good looking, you're good looking. Okay? If you're not all that good looking, that exists too. We can't help it because this man happened to be white, with curly blonde hair and blue eyes and handsome. To me, he looked like an angel. Well, he looked handsome to me. He looked like he could have been an angel. Maybe he looked like an Angel Gabriel or something. I don't care if Angel Gabriel is black, white, Chinese, Spanish, whatever he wants. I don't care. He looked like a handsome young man. Looked like something that you would imagine an angel would look like back in the day. Somebody from the Bible or something like that. The young man looked handsome. It ain't nothing wrong with having good genes. He can't help it because he's white and handsome. That's not his fault. But y'all want to be mad at this man because this young man is white and attractive. And then how dare he say he's the king of the summer? You can't be the king of the summer unless you're black. He not even mixed unless you're brown skin or dark skin, because we got more melanin than you. So we're gatekeeping. This is ours. What do you mean that's offensive? Look at you, because I know I got more melanin. You sound stupid. Anybody can call himself the king of the queen. That man want to be the king of the summer. He can be the king of the summer. Leave that young man. If that young man want to be the king of winter, of summer, of spring, of autumn, and of fall, he can be the king of all of that. Who are you to tell somebody or to gatekeep something because they are not melanated enough for you, because they're not black? The young man is handsome. He can be the king of whatever season he want to be the king of. He don't have to be black. He does not have to be black to be attractive. Okay? Now, it went the other way. They was telling us years ago we wasn't attractive because he was black. Now y'all telling him, no, you're not attractive. You're just a basic white man. You're not attractive. You're not the king of the summer because you don't have enough melanin. You're not melanated, so you're not the king of the summer. And it's racist because you got blonde hair and blue eyes, so you're racist. No, that's how God made him. And he's handsome. And he can admit the fact that he's handsome without a bunch of low-life, insecure minorities screaming at him because of how God made him. And then saying he's talking about his genetics, so that means the rest of us are ugly, or that means that black people aren't ugly because they don't have blonde hair or curly blonde hair or blue eyes, or because they're not light. Like, man, shut up. Y'all sound silly. Anybody with enough confidence that know that they're beautiful the way God made them, ain't nobody got time to be stupid like some of y'all radical liberals, especially some of y'all radical white females that hate on, how you white and hating on your own white people at that. To sit up there and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so insecure because you got blonde hair and blue eyes. Does that mean I'm ugly because I'm brown skinned with 4C hair? Baby, I don't care. If you good looking, you good looking. I might give you my phone number. We might can do the swirl. If you're fine, you're fine. And I personally like black men. But if I see a fine white guy, I don't mind going on a date with the brother. I might don't mind doing the swirl. If you're fine, you fine. I'm not over here tripping. I'm not insecure. You ain't get on my nerves. You didn't make me feel less about myself, not one bit, because I know just who I am. And if the rest of you did, it wouldn't be a big deal. And just because he mentioned genetics, and like I said, the king of the summer, does not mean he's racist. The man is just, what happened to guys just being, you know how young guys just be, they can be arrogant, they can be prideful, they can be a little cocky, but we never assumed they were racist. They were just young. You know, your little brothers, whether they black, white, Asian, Hispanic, they knew they was handsome. They was like, I got good genes. Oh, look at me. They might say I'm tan with curly hair. They might be like, I'm chocolate. They might be like, I'm light skinned. We never like, oh, you're racist because you're light, you're dark. We was like, that's my little brother. Oh, yeah, my brother thing. You know, it's like that Grease Lightning. He was arrogant. Y'all would look at Grease Lightning these days and be like, oh, he think he all that because he's a white guy with a black leather jacket. He's racist. And his hair, he talking about grease and he don't even know what grease is. He's being racist toward black people who actually use grease in their hair. Like, y'all will find a problem with anything. And this is just common stuff that people deal with. We know how little brothers act. We know how young men act. They know they're attractive. They're going to talk about it. They're going to say I'm attractive. They're going to say I got good genes, whether they're white, black, Asian, or whatever. They know who they are. And for anybody to sit up there and make a race deal out of it, you're pathetic. There's nothing wrong with what they did. There's nothing wrong with them using a white man to pander to their predominantly white audience. He was not saying that nobody else is less beautiful. He's just saying that he's beautiful. And I agree. I think he's beautiful. It didn't make me feel less as a black woman. I didn't have a problem with it as a black woman, as a dark black woman at that. Or if you want to say brown skin, I was chocolate as a little girl. I got lighter over time, no bleach involved. But I was actually chocolate I was dark brown as a little girl. I got lighter over time. But me as a black woman, I didn't have a problem with it. And I ain't light skinned. I'm brown skinned. I was younger. I was dark brown with 4C hair. I don't have a problem with big lips, you know, and a ethnic nose. I don't have a problem with what he said or what he did. And I think if you do, you have to you got to get over yourself. And the crazy part is y'all white liberal females, y'all crack me up the most. Y'all the ones that's on here the most, talking the most stuff. And it's like, how you white hating your own people? How you white talking trash about your own people? Your mama and your daddy probably got blonde hair and blue eyes. Are they racist? Are they the devil? Are they evil? No, that's just how God made them. Are there some that are racist? Yeah, but there are some black folks racist. There are some Hispanics that are racist. There are some everybody that's racist. So instead of looking at people's features and jumping to dumb conclusions like, oh, they must be racist because they call themselves attractive and we don't look like them. How about just look at it for what it is, a commercial, entertainment. And the name of the drink was called Golden something. So then he made a reference to his tan. Oh, yeah, well, I got to go. And it was like connecting the drink to it. But y'all went above the little entertainment theme he had going on. Just being young and being cocky or enjoying that you're good looking. And you made it, oh, he's racist. He's a fashionist. He's a white male with a dingaling. He's the devil. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Ah, oh, no, he has blonde hair. Yo, some of the stuff I seen online, yo was like, she has blonde hair. And there was another one, I don't know if it was a Levi commercial or it was another brand that did it, and they had a white young lady. Y'all was like, oh my gosh, she had blonde hair and blue eyes. Y'all look crazy. Y'all look really crazy. Because a black girl, they can make songs all day talking about black girl magic and praising their complexion. But when a white guy say they're attractive, it's the devil, it's the demon. Listen, we all God's children. If you attractive, you attractive. That's it. Stop making things bigger than what it is. If y'all heard a country song talking about blue eyes, blue jeans, blue eyes, blue jeans, she's got a country thing, you would have been like, racist, blue eyes and blue jeans, and she's got a country thing. She hates black people. She's got blonde hair and blue eyes. Y'all look crazy. That's the community within the country community, blue eyes and blue jeans. For the majority of Americans that have blonde hair and blue eyes, they gonna sing about the beautiful white girls in that country theme. And I'm not saying they never sung about a beautiful black girl, but that's their community. So in Dunkin' Donuts, the vast majority are white Americans. So why not get a white kid to do the commercial or a white young adult? There's nothing wrong with that. When I at a HBCU, when you watch BT and they're pandering to other black people or they're advocating for black young folks to go to HBCUs, they're going to show Clark Atlanta, Howard, Hampton. They're going to show all these HBCUs, Tuskegee, all of the best HBCU. And guess what? You're not going to see nothing but black people. Nothing but black people pandering to other black people. Nothing but black people talking about how melanated, how beautiful they are. They probably will even say stuff like they're God's favorite. You're never going to hear not one person say, oh, they're racist because there's no white people there. There's no Asians people. But if you turn that thing around and you go to a predominantly all white school and you have white girls or white guys modeling, you're going to say, oh, they're racist. There are no black people there. This thing can go both ways. And what happened is people are just pandering toward their targeted audiences. You guys are taking little stuff and blowing it out of proportion and making everything about race when it ain't even that deep. People pander toward their audience. White folks have a right to say they're attractive, just like we got a right to say we're attractive. You cannot gatekeep the summer. You cannot think you're better than nobody just because you got more melanin. We all the same. If you good looking, you good looking. If you're not, you're not. Find something. You might not be good looking, but you might be smarter. You might make more money. You might have longer hair. I don't know. Where you lack in one area, you make up for it in another area. It's not that serious, y'all. Get over it. I was not offended by that commercial. I thought that y'all was ridiculous. I was like, he is very handsome. He looked like he could be an angel. He's handsome. He could have been Italian. When I was like, he's a handsome young white guy. It reminded me of like an angel. I was like, he looked like he could be an angel. I said, he's handsome. I was not offended. He said, I'm the king. Okay, for a moment when I heard him say the king of the summer, king of the summer. But then I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I did think about it for a moment. I was like, but king of the summer. Because I would think that would apply to just because, we melanated people, the people of the sun. But then I was like, why can't it apply to him though? If he want to be the king of the summer, that's his right. He's handsome. I was like, okay, he can be the king of the summer, king of the fall. Like that. That's your choice. Nobody's gatekeeping. So we're not going to sit up here and get all out of shape over commercial, y'all. We gotta grow up now. We all God's children. Ain't no gatekeeping. Just because he's white don't mean he can't be the king of the summer. Maybe his melanin ain't popping like the rest of us, but his tan is popping, whether it's natural or not. He said he was born with that tan. Guess what? If it's natural, it's popping. If it's not, it's popping. As long as you look good and you keep yourself up, and if you handsome, guess what? You handsome. Tanned or not. Melanated or not. If you're pretty, you're pretty. If you're handsome, you're handsome. I don't care what color you come in. If you're a good-looking person, you're a good-looking person. And what I'm not going to do is get mad or hate on you or feel less about myself because I don't have your skin or your features and then just deem you as racist because I don't look like you. Because we don't do that when we praise black folks in our features. They don't say, oh, y'all are racist because you're saying that you're better. And you got some straight. I heard one TikTok song. The black young girl was talking to a white girl. She was like, I'm a queen. She called the white lady something in the little song. She was like, what did she say? What's a little girl to a queen? She said, look at you. Look at me. Look at you. Look at me. And I was like, yo, that's racist. That's pride. That's arrogance. God ain't in there. She was saying I'm better because I'm black, because my skin is melanated. Basically, she was saying I'm God's favorite. And that's pride. That's arrogancy. And it's a lie. We're all God's children. You can be beautiful. It doesn't matter. You can have melanin. It doesn't matter. You can have long hair. Some people in the UPC and Apostolic Convention and the white people, UPC, they think they're better because they hair down their back. But guess what? Whether you got long hair down your back, whether you darker or whatever, God don't care at all that. He looks at not just the heart. He looks at, are you born again? Is your heart circumcised in being born again, washing his blood in holiness? Okay, because the Bible says beauty is vain. Favor is deceitful. Jezebel painted her face. The makeup wasn't a sin. Her heart was a sin. She hated the things of God and the people of God. She had hated her. She had wickedness. She killed the prophets. She wanted to destroy God's people and elevate Baal, a demonic god. That's why she got eaten by the dogs. So listen, beauty is vain. That don't even matter. But if I see another person with another nationality, I'll be like, oh, you better go ahead with your sharp self. I used to watch Happy Days. I used to love to see Fonzie on there. Matter of fact, black kids be talking about, hey, and guess where we got it from? The Fonz on Happy Day. He was the first one that was like, hey, the Fonz was all that. The Fonz was sharp. And I know some Italians back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, they had style. They had sauce. They was saucy. The Fonz was saucy. And we all the black people, we owe that to the Fonz. He was the first one talking about, hey, it wasn't us. It was Fonz. Y'all used to watch Happy Days. Every time Fonz come on the scene, he say, hey. And then years later in the early 2000s, black folks start saying, hey, y'all thought that came from us. No, we got that from the Fonz. So why don't we just live and let be? If you good looking, you good looking. If you fly, you fly. What is you offended for? I thought it was a beautiful white young brother, and I thought it looked like an angel. And I think the rest of y'all need to get over y'allself, because I'm a black woman, I'm not offended. So if I'm a black woman, and y'all sit up here and worship everything black, and I said I'm not offended, then the rest of y'all crazy white liberals, and the rest of y'all racist black folk need to shut up. And if you're not, guess what? You can catch these hands. Because y'all be making nothing out of, y'all make something out of nothing. It ain't that deep. It's a commercial. They pandering to their target audience. He ain't put nobody down. He got the right to say he attractive, just like we got the right to say we attractive, okay? Point blank, period. Hi, Miss Michelle. Hello, Miss Nashawn. Hi, Dr. Odom. Love and miss you. All right, that's what I had to say. Bye-bye. I'm going to chop this up and edit it. And so y'all watch the final version on my little TikTok and YouTube, and I'm going to take it out of here. I hope everybody has a blessed Monday. God bless y'all. Be blessed. Give Jesus your life. All right. What Acts 2:38, Isaiah 55. This thing blocking me from ending this. I'm trying to give y'all some scriptures. Hebrews 12:14. All right, so please, y'all, don't get all bent out of shape. Like how white girls get mad because white girls and white guys on commercials talking about they got blonde hair, they got blue eyes. That's like saying, that's like me as a black person saying to another black girl, oh, she got brown skin. Oh, she got dark skin. Oh, she got light skin. Like that come with being black. Blonde hair and blue eyes is something that come with being white. Like, what is you? And then how is you white mad at other white people? Y'all, white liberal females, y'all the ones that, y'all amaze me the most, because you white too, and you hate your own. Yo, bro, y'all is crazy. It's not that serious. God made us all, and we all beautiful, and it's okay for us to sit back and look at each other and be like, yeah, you beautiful too. No, I don't have to look like you to be beautiful, but that doesn't mean you're not beautiful. That doesn't mean you can't express that you look good or be fly or be saucy or admit that, hey, I'm good looking, I got good genes. That doesn't mean somebody else doesn't. You got the right to say that. You got the right to say what you want to say. It's a free country. If you good looking, you good looking. And the rest of y'all need to get over it. Maybe you really just mad because you're not as good looking as him. But maybe you good at like math. Maybe you can be a banker or something. Like find something you good at. Don't be mad at him because he look good. I'm not. Have a good. Okay, one more thing. I went back and watched the video. He basically was saying, if this drink makes me feel like I'm the king of the summer, I can't help it. So they even threw that line in so you guys wouldn't think it's nothing like racism. And you guys still got mad because you're idiots. All they're saying is the drink tastes so good. They call it the golden refresher, that it makes you feel like you own the summer, that it gives you summer vibes, that you feel like you're the queen of the king of the summer, regardless of your skin or color. That's all they was saying. And it was really saying how this drink, like I said, tastes so good, it makes you feel like you're owning the summer, like you got it going on. I am summer vibes. That's all they were saying. And he threw that line in so y'all wouldn't take it no way, and y'all still did. It just shows the type of idiots that you radical liberals are, that you make anything about race when it's not. It's just about enjoying the summer and having a refreshing drink. A refreshing drink, nothing else and nothing more. It's not that deep. Okay, so I got on all the white feminist liberals out there and all the white liberals. Now it's time for me to think those black liberals. Time for me to give y'all butt whipping. Okay, you can catch all this smoke. Let's get it. So y'all black liberals got a problem with this ad, right? But you don't have a problem with all our black sisters out here running around with blonde wigs, getting nose jobs, including Glorilla. You don't have a problem copping them tickets, them $2,000 tickets at that, going to Beyonce concert, a woman that claimed to be so pro-black, but she's getting whiter and whiter over time. And I was a Beyonce fan as a little girl, and I had old pictures of her when she first came out, and trust me, the nose was wider, the nose was blacker. She definitely had a nose job done. She's definitely either bleaching, I believe she's bleaching too. She always got a blonde wig on, but we don't have a problem with that. We don't have a problem ascribing and going to them Beyonce concerts, although she's getting whiter and whiter, but she claimed to be pro-black. She wear blonde wigs all the time, baby. We got sisters out here that ain't even light-skinned wearing blonde wigs all the time, getting nose jobs all the time. Glorilla just got a white nose. And we don't have a problem. We don't have nothing to say. We hear black girls all the time bragging about how light-skinned they were when they were newborn babies, when they came out the womb, bragging about how they got so-called, quote-unquote, good hair, bragging about being a red bone. All these things are European aesthetics or European features. All these things come from, typically 9 times out of 10, the white man and the white woman. These are European features. But when we as black people do it, you think it's cute. Oh, that's just the light-skinned cousin. Oh, that's just a biracial. Oh, she got good hair. Oh, she got a pointed nose. Oh, she got pretty features. It's okay when we do it. But then when white people brag about the features that actually belong to them, oh, they racist. But we do it all the time. We get nose jobs all the time to look like their nose. We putting on blonde wigs all the time. And y'all, we bleaching our skin, our beautiful dark-skinned sisters bleaching their skin all the. You got all these celebrities, and Beyonce ain't the only one. Rihanna and all these other celebrities getting lighter and lighter as the years go by. The more time they be out here, the more time they be famous, lighter and lighter, and y'all don't have a problem with it. But when white folks actually talk about them just being attractive or beautiful, you claim that they being racist because they have blonde hair and blue eyes. Meanwhile, we got sisters running around here with blue eye contacts and green eye contacts. I was one of them. I used to wear contacts. This picture was a time where I used to wear blonde wigs, even though it was a short time. So be so for real. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression. If you're going to be mad at them for being white, you need to really, if you're going to be so pro-black, then you need to really be mad at your black sisters, brothers, and daughters running around here with blonde wigs, bleaching their skin, changing their nose jobs, and bragging about being light-skinned or bleaching their skin, doing all these things to look more European, to look that European standard of beauty. We doing things within the black community all the time to uplift the European standard of beauty instead of embracing our natural nostrils, our wide nose, our natural hair, or at least our just got, even if we relax it, we around here trying to go to Beyonce concerts, a woman that claims to be pro-black, but all her features is giving European. Come on, y'all, be for real. It's hypocritical. It's hypocritical. Not to mention, y'all don't even want to be called African Americans no more. Now you're FBI agents, FBA. But you're denying the very thing that makes you black. That's your African blood. You're denying the very thing that gives you that melanin you like to brag about, you like to talk about. That is the African blood in you that makes you black. You want to deny that by saying, oh, I'm not African American, I'm just black. You wouldn't even be black without the African blood. You would just be that 25% European. So y'all be so for real. Get over it. If you're good looking, you good looking. They got a right to brag about them being good looking just like we got a right to brag. You can't get mad at them when half our sisters out here changing their features to look more